What's up and welcome to a very special episode of the Kind of Funny Gamescast. Special because I don't think we've ever had this combination of people together. And if we have, definitely not in the lab, sitting here giving our first ever 1 out of 10 review on the Kind of Funny scale. The people are wondering, what could it possibly be? We will be talking about multiple games this episode because this is a What You've Been Playing episode of the Gamescast. But I'm Tim Geddes. We're joined today by Snowbike Mike.
It's Mike in the middle.
Mike in the middle. I like that. And it's Christmas in August. Joey Noel.
Hello.
How are you, Joey?
I'm great. I mean, it's a great Joey week. I get to talk about games. I have Cole. Taylor Swift is making a lot of announcements. Like, I have nothing to complain about this week.
How do you feel about the color orange?
I feel great about the color orange.
You like color orange?
I mean, I'm a Giants fan, so like I have a surprising amount of orange in my closet. I would say other than that, not like one I personally feel endeared to, but I have come to love because of the Giants.
Tim, do you love orange?
I love orange because my brother loves orange. He was the Michelangelo of the group, so it's like I have a respect for the orange. And yeah, SF Giants and all that stuff, so it's like, I'm cool with orange, but I would never, ever.
You wouldn't make it your era.
Me, no.
But she's used all the colors, you know?
Yeah, but you can't overdo blue. You know what I mean?
She's used it twice.
Has she?
1989 and Midnight.
Why not got 3?
Good. Those are good albums. Those are the good ones. What are your thoughts on orange, Mike?
Yeah, orange isn't my color, but like when she describes the orange, I get it. But like, I probably would have gone with like a bright yellow.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the way she describes it just felt a little more up than orange. Orange gives me fall, chill, cool. This feels like we're bringing the heat.
I think that's why she added the glitter, you know?
I like that. I like that.
See, but Michelangelo, though, party guy. Orange makes sense.
True.
It always goes back to Ninja Turtles, everybody. Remember, this is the Kind of Funny Gamescast. Each and every weekday, we get together to talk about the biggest reviews, previews, and topics in video games live on YouTube and Twitch and podcast services around the globe. You guys are awesome, and thank you so much for supporting us each and every day. We do a whole bunch of different live talk shows that you get to hang out and watch with us, or watch them later on YouTube, or get them as podcasts on your favorite podcast service. If you wanted to go above and beyond, you can get the Kind of Funny membership on Patreon, YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts to get all the shows ad-free and a daily exclusive Greg Way. Thank you all for your support. If you want to be a part of this show, submit your thoughts and opinions as YouTube Super Chats as we go. Mike, if you can pull up the Super Chats, actually, that'd be great.
I can do that for you.
I don't have my laptop.
Tim, I have
that would be cool.
We'll have a little Super Chat section. How about that?
A little housekeeping for you. Monday, Kind of Funny goes head-to-head with Giant Bomb in a sponsored Pizza Bandit Let's Play with a twist. We had a real chef in office helping us make pizzas as we played the game. It's absolute chaos, and you need to tune in just to see me and Dan Reichert attempt to make pizzas. It's as much of a disaster as you would expect. This is going to be on Monday on YouTube before Games Daily, where it will be premiering. You're definitely going to want to see this.
It's so funny.
It was a lot of fun, and we are such absolute morons. Remember, we are an 11-person business, all about live talk shows, and one of those talk shows is going to be our Gamescast tomorrow. That is Bless and Roger reacting to all of your video game hot takes. If you see the footage of me running there, that's where I hurt my foot. So yeah, if you want to be a part of that show, go to kindoffunny.com/voicemail and leave a voicemail of your video game hot takes for tomorrow's episode. Today, after Games Daily, you're going to get, this is already Gamescast, what we've been playing. After Gamescast is Coach Mike in Madden. You excited for that?
Yeah, Tim, I created the whole entire company and all of the Wild Aces in Madden. We're going to return to the gridiron. Tim, I'm happy to say that you and your brother are the dynamic duo on the outside, both wide receivers.
Yeah.
Very, very excited about
We're like
it.
the Kelseys.
I don't think either of them are wide receivers.
Just like the brothers.
But they're brothers that play football.
Two brothers playing football.
Yeah, that's us. I'm excited to see that. If you're a Kind of Funny member, today's Greg Way's coming in from Joey.
It is.
I imagine it's talking about Taylor Swift.
It's all about Taylor
That's
Swift.
great.
I got
That's
so many
awesome.
questions from you guys. I have things I want to talk about. I need to put it in a concise form.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a fun one.
Thank you to our Patreon producers, Carl Jacobs, Omega Buster, and Delaney the Psalm 20. Today we're brought to you by Shady Rays and Aura Frames, but we'll tell you all about that later. For now, let's start with the topic of the show. Our first 1 out of 10 review on the Kind of Funny Gamescast. Here's the deal, everybody. The scale is as follows. 10 is a masterpiece. 9 is amazing. 8 is great. 7 is good. 6 is okay. 5 is mediocre. 4 is meh. 3 is bad. 2 is awful. And 1 is Gollum.
And we talked about this yesterday. We need to have a conversation about mediocre and meh. Not today, but Mike and I decided we need to have a conversation.
We want to get that bad up a little bit higher, maybe 4.
I hate it here. I literally, it's a never-ending fucking cycle of just like never being happy. Like we did the shit list recently of the top 25 superhero movies, and it went exactly the way I thought it was going to. When you look at the comments, it's just like, oh my god, there's never pleasing people, no matter what happens.
No,
we're here to please. I'm here to please you, Chad.
But
that's what I'm going to give you today. Okay.
I'm excited about this because we used to have the 5-point scale.
Yes.
Right, and we would play around with stuff, and Roger gave Gollum a 1. On the 5-point scale. We then named the 1 on our scale Gollum in honor of that.
Yeah.
But this is the first time that we're giving a 1 out of 10. That someone at Kinda Funny is giving a game a 1 out of 10. And I'm very, very interested to hear it from Snowbike Mike.
Yeah, Tim, last week you approached me and you said, Mike, I got a game I need you to check out. And I said, Tim, anything for you, big dog. And you handed me Dragon Drive. And Tim, from the moment I turned on that game, I knew this was a really bad game, and it was going to be a really bad time, Tim. And unfortunately, Nintendo and whoever developed this game did not hit the mark on this one. Dragon Drive is one of those games where I got actively upset, frustrated, and anger took over me while playing a video game. And I think that might be the first time ever in my entire life, Tim, I've played a video game and have been that frustrated to the point where I want to turn off the game. And I persevered. I kept playing, Tim. I put in a solid 5 hours into this video game and never had a good time, ever. Unfortunately, Nintendo on this one just doesn't have the heart and soul. They want to showcase the motion controls, and they just don't have it on this one. None of it feels good from the gameplay to the game offering, Tim. It's as if, for all my NBA 2K heads out there, if you took the NBA Park mode, which has 3-on-3, 2v2, and you said, what if that's going to be our main game, but with only motion controls that aren't fun to use and don't really work? And that's what Dragon Drive is.
I am so surprised. A game that currently has a 62 on Metacritic. So overall, not a well-regarded video game.
No, as it should be. Yeah. Yeah.
But not as low as a 1 out of 10 Gollum on the Kinda Funny scale. Below bad, even. You know, you're saying you're the king to me of giving a game a score, but then talking about it, and you're like, but I actually like it, like it's a higher score and all that. But what you just said to me is like, you played 5 hours, there was no moments of fun. Is that true?
Tim, I work really hard to try to find the fun and maintain the fun and highlight the fun. And unfortunately, this one has no fun in it. This one is a really odd one, Tim, because you could see what they're doing, right? They want to highlight the new motion controls, the new mouse movement and function inside of the Joy-Con 2s. And we've seen this with Nintendo before. Wii Sports, an all-time classic. We've seen ARMS with the Nintendo Switch, and kind of the fun ways that you can showcase these cool little features that you add to the next generation of the console. That
1-2 switch when you figure out how many ice cubes are in a glass or whatever it was.
And so this one was an odd one of like, when you think of having a mouse cursor now on your Nintendo Switch and your Joy-Cons, how do you highlight that? There's so many games of like Civ 7, maybe a point-and-click adventure, maybe a point-and-click sports game like Backyard Sports come to mind, right? Or what if we throw all that out the window and we create Dragon Drive, which is wheelchair basketball, where you will take both the Joy-Cons and hold them as such face down on a table, or as they like to show you, you can even do it on your legs. So
how much did you play on your legs versus the table?
I did it on my legs once and never did it again. And so you will take both the Joy-Cons face down with the mouse controls in center spot. And as you see my hands right here, right, that is not a comfortable position. I can actually highlight the pain that my hands are in using the Joy-Cons like this, because it's not a comfortable spot to have. The Joy-Cons were clearly meant to be face up in your hands. The comfortability is a big factor. And then flipping it over and doing this never felt right. And so you can see the motion if you're watching on YouTube, but the motion is you take both hands and you move them forward, just as if you were sitting in a wheelchair. You would grab both of the wheels and move them forward. And so you can move forward, back, left, right. You have the ability to brake on either side. You can even turn one wheel or the other to start doing tighter turns if you need to. And so all of that is building into what will become 3-on-3 basketball. And the unfortunate part is there are these small mini games that they try to add in and they just don't work. And so all it is just basketball at its core, right? And here's the problem with 3-on-3 basketball, Tim, is 3-on-3 basketball can be fun with your friends. But if you play with randoms, you'll know, as I brought up with NBA 2K, guess what happens on the court, Joey? We don't pass the ball. We're all selfish lovers out there. So that leads to 3 minutes of me screaming, pass the ball, and your teammates just running up and down the court, never passing, right? Then on the flip side, when you're playing defense, if you can imagine how difficult it is already to get this wheelchair basketball player moving the right speed, the right momentum, the different directions, now you have to somehow hit the opponent head on to cause them to drop the ball and lose possession of the ball. And so you have this weird moment of like 2 objects coming at each other at different speeds, and they can go left or right, you can go left or right, and you have to somehow perfectly time it out to hit them. And defense never feels good to the point of there is no defense. You just let people go by. And so, yeah, the 3-on-3 core basketball mechanic of this really is not fun. It's not enjoyable, and it's an odd choice here. Then they have these mini games where you're like, oh, thank God, get me off the basketball court. And so they have races.
Which is exactly what you want from a basketball game. It's an excuse to get off the court.
Get me off the core part of this. So they have races around here. You'll see there's small little race tracks that you can do. And so you'll have the opportunity to do them by yourself, set world records. There'll be people like Dan Reichert, who is all about this, right? Of like pushing their wheelchair as fast as they can, achieving a short time. But as you can see on the screen, that's 16 seconds, Tim. That's how long the race happens for. Yeah, 16 seconds to load into a game and then finish 16 seconds later is absolutely not worth your time at all. It's insane. And then the other option is Rebound Clash. So the fun one is they have this giant gym and they shoot a basketball out, and your goal amongst 8 other people is to try to wheel your player as fast as you can over to the ball and grab the basketball and win the rebound challenge, which is a cool idea. But the issue is the moment that rebound is collected 7 seconds later, that's the end of the mini game. There's no rounds. There's not 1, 2, 3 opportunities. It's just one and done. And then you go right back in after a loading screen and you wait in the park until you can play 3-on-3 basketball. That's just not good. And unfortunately, this game just is not fun to play. And I'm wowed by that. There's no Nintendo charm. There's no colorful world. It's just these odd-looking NFL Sunday robots. If you've ever seen the NFL, they have the Gridiron Gang, right? And so you're these weird robots that have no Nintendo charm, and you are just using the motion controls that don't feel quite right. You can bunny hop as well. So if you really want to get advanced with it, which will do nothing for your gameplay, you can levitate. You can tilt with one wheel, so I'll grab one side and I'll be up a little bit higher, or you can bunny hop.
You gotta do it.
Because why not go spend a chunk of your time going over to the jump rope section where you can mindlessly tilt your controllers until you can bunny hop 100 times, which I watched somebody do last night live on Twitch, and I said, man. And you could see it in their eyes of like, what am I doing here? And I said, what is this person doing here? And Tim, they just missed the mark. Out of all the fun that you could have had, the ideas that you could have brought with this, the moment you play this, you will know this is not a good time.
Did you have fun dunking?
No, absolutely not.
Really?
You have to hit a vert ramp, and if you don't hit it right because the motion controls aren't quite right, you will either go underneath the hoop and smack into the rim, or you'll go up and over it, you'll miss it, you'll just go straight up, and then occasionally you'll get a dunk, and it's like the most anticlimactic dunk you've ever seen. And so, yeah, it was just disappointing, Tim.
Oh, I'm so sorry,
I know,
Mike.
that is so sad.
I have nothing good to say.
When me, Roger, and Bless played a couple rounds at the initial reveal event, we got very tired very quickly.
Yeah.
How tired were you getting from your 5 hours of playing?
Well, as Joey will tell you, she could hear me huffing and puffing at my desk and also
honestly,
clanging
it's
these
not even
Nintendo
that.
Joy-Cons.
It's the thing that caught my attention when you were playing was that the controls for this, the scraping and moving, are so loud. It is so loud. I was like, because like we play games at our desk here all the time, and like it's not unusual that it's mouse and keyboard or whatever. And I was like, what the heck is Mike playing that it's so loud?
The
and I was
only
like,
game
this cannot be fun.
The only games that I've ever noticed in the office that people are playing, and it's like this is a problem,
Astrobot
is
too.
Astrobot. Because the DualSense never shuts the fuck up.
Yeah.
And like Blessing will be sitting there playing with his headphones on, and that controller is just like. But yeah, here's
This
Mike.
is louder, I think, than Astrobot.
Oh, I mean, of course, because he's slamming it down, trying to freaking move.
Yeah, this one was unfortunate. I'm at a loss for words. I've never been so frustrated and angry playing a video game, and it was like instant. The moment you turn this on and you play a very long tutorial to learn all the movement and mechanics of the motion controls, it's just instant of like, I am having a bad time and I don't want to be here. And with all of my heart and soul, Tim, I want you to know that I wanted to turn this game off every time I played, but I just kept going. Okay, I kept going for you, and I tried my best.
So Logan Plan over at IGN was Blue Sky posting a bit that Kebab's brought my attention to.
You're not calling it BSing yet?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
BSing it's
He said, I 100% in Dragon Drive. The final post-game challenge is insane, and the reward is wild, too. Dragon Drive was directed by Yoshinori Konishi, who has worked on the Mario Kart series since Wii, and was produced by Hisashi Nogami, best known currently for producing Animal Crossing and Splatoon. It was a very, very, very small team that worked on Dragon Drive. And he has like some screenshots of the credits there, because Nintendo doesn't like to ever actually credit their people until you beat the game. So yeah, $20 title here. Sounds like not worth it. Not worth your time, not worth your money.
Yeah, me and poor Logan Plant should team up together, because I gotta check in on Logan.
Yeah.
I really want to check in with Logan Plant and make sure they're okay, because like, man, oh man, 100%ing this game, you might
imagine.
snap a switch in half. That is called dedication. I read Logan's review, and I'm really happy that like.
Do you know what he gave it?
6 out of 10.
Okay.
Which I was, me being so low on this game. I mean, this is a game of like, you purchase this, you instantly regret it. You download this, you play it, you better uninstall it because it's that bad. I give Logan Plant a lot of credit for diving so deep into this game, letting it overtake them, and like learning the controls and buying into it all. Because the initial wow factor of this, the playing of it, is so bad that it's like, the fun joke of like, you do this, you go to jail. You do this, you go to jail. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you make this game, you go straight to jail. You go straight to jail.
No.
You go straight to jail.
Oh, I'm so sad. Well, Mike, I appreciate you giving this thing a shot.
Yeah.
Because, there was very little interest, but I was like, hey, I want someone to play this. And I was like, oh, it's a sports game. I know Mike's been willing to put himself out of his comfort zone. You reviewed Pikmin, and you ended up loving Pikmin last year. So
got the
Pikmin
water
guy
bottle.
now.
Yeah, there we go.
Big Pikmin guy. Unfortunately, missed the mark. Could have used some charm. Could have used a little more thought on the mini games to keep you playing. The 3-on-3 basketball is going to be, it can be a good time with friends. If you are playing solo and you are jumping in with randoms, you will not have a good time no matter what. It is a frustrating spot. And it's been like that in NBA 2K as well, which I've played many of times. So it's unfortunate that this week for me has been a lot of bad gaming. But you know what? We'll turn it around. We'll turn it around.
We will turn it around, Mike. Barrett, it looked like you had something to say.
I forget what I was going to say.
I also want to say, Steve Saylor posted a TikTok about his time with the game this weekend or whatever, and he was also really bummed. He was going through the accessibility menu, and like there's just not a lot of options, which is so crazy because this would seem like a title that you would have accessibility options. And then he was also talking about how Nintendo's they're not referring to them as wheelchairs, it's vehicles in all of their marketing, which also seems like a miss. I don't know. There's something about it that seems like things just didn't connect on this game.
Nintendo not acknowledging, accessibility and disabilities and stuff like that. Interesting. Weird.
Yeah. So, what a bummer.
God. Oh, this just seems like such a non-Nintendo game. Like everything about it, I'm just like, what the hell?
Weird that like one of the producers is Mario Kart, from Mario Kart in that franchise.
Yeah.
Like, this is what y'all were like y'all spent time on this.
Yeah.
Y'all spent time on this, and not like let's just port Mario Paint to show off the cursor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you can play Mario Paint now on NSO
but
with the cursor.
it should have been their
and it's
launch.
cool. It should have been a launch. Absolutely.
And this game shouldn't have existed.
Yeah, it's pretty bizarre, I will say. Let's move on to something hopefully a little bit more positive with Joey. PowerWash Simulator 2.
Greg put out a call, and he was like, who wants to do a preview for PowerWash Simulator 2? One of the quickest I've probably ever responded to a message on our Slack.
I didn't realize you were a big Power Wash girl.
I love PowerWash Sim 2, or the first one at least. It's my go-to like zone out, chill out, like decompress game. It's very fun. It's the perfect Joey game in the sense that it's like very tedious, which is also like all the kind of like art stuff that I like to do. And I know that a lot of people don't find it relaxing. I find it incredibly satisfying. So I'm happy to report that I got to spend 2 hours during the workday playing this. It was excellent playing this, and it's exactly what I want from a sequel. It's the same game, but better. More levels, and with some really cool quality of life updates and some cool new tools. We get a scissor lift, everybody. I don't necessarily love the scaffolding that we have, and this lets you be like a little bit more precise with your movements and stuff like that to get to some of the high up ones. We also get let me pull up my thing. I think it's a surface cleaner is what they call it, which is like, do you guys ever go down the TikTok rabbit hole when they're like cleaning rugs?
Oh, yeah.
And it's like the round thing that like really
Love
gets all
that.
the dirt out and stuff like that. They have one of those, which is very exciting. I was having a lot of fun, and you can like use it on the walls, which is like the fun part of video games.
Is this the
like,
thing you're talking about?
Yeah, the round thing. I was like, you can't use that on the walls. But like, there's no rules in this game at all in terms of that, which is what I love. And then I'm looking at my notes. The round surface cleaner, something called, I believe they called abseiling, which is essentially like the equipment that like you would use to like wash the outside of like windows for like a skyscraper and stuff like that. But they have it in this game for like billboards and like really tall things. So you get to like climb and like shimmy down all these things. It's real fun.
I thought you were going to be cleaning people's abs.
Oh, no, but
Which I
honestly,
can see Joey getting excited about, you know what I mean?
Future Lab is so good, and part of why I love PowerWash Sim is their DLC rollout is so good, partnering with different games, different properties to like, it's DLC that makes sense, and you're like, yeah, I want to go and do all the SpongeBob levels and like the way that the art styles and stuff transfer. Always so fun, really happy about it. A couple different new things. This bathroom section that we just watched is one of the levels that I played that rolls out multi-level or multi-step levels. So initially when you go in, it's like a bathroom that comes out of the ground, but first you clean off like the little platform thing, and then the bathroom comes out and you clean out the outside. Then once you're done with that, it unlocks and you go in and you clean out the inside. So it's just like a fun little discovery of like, ooh, what happens after this? And it's like a nice way to break up kind of the just normal levels where it's like, oh, what you see is what you get. And it's like, oh, this is a fun little level to unwrap.
Did you get to meet the cat?
I did not meet the cat. I
Do you think you can wash the cat?
I don't think you can. Cats notoriously don't really like water, so I think that that's probably not going to be a thing.
What'd you play on?
I played on PC. I've
like,
only ever played this on PC, even at home.
Because I've never played one of these games.
Yeah.
But looking at it, I feel like I would want some like feedback. Like I'd want some vibration and haptic type situation going on.
Maybe. I have just only ever played this with mouse and keyboard, so that's not part of, I've never really thought about it like
experience?
that. They also have done some like quality of life upgrades where like, sometimes it's hard when you get to like, because it'll tell you on any given like part of the level, like, oh, you cleaned 99% of this, and then like very often you'll be like, where's that last 1%? What am I missing? Trying to hit it from different angles. So they've upgraded some of those systems to help you detect where you're missing dirt and stuff like that.
That's cool.
Which is much more helpful because there was one level in the original game.
No.
It's when you got to decorate the little, it was like the not lullaby, nursery rhyme of like the little old lady who lived in a shoe. So you had to go in like the grommets of the laces, and it was like kind of a nightmare. And I think I got like 98% of the way through and I couldn't figure it out and I had to restart it.
Oh.
Because I just couldn't handle it. So I'm very excited for some of that. There's like a new nozzle. Normally you have like different nozzles with like degrees of spray. And they have this one now that's like you can adjust it without like on its own with just the scroll wheel and stuff like that. So like if you need to get really detailed in one part, you can do that without having to like go into all of your menus and stuff like that. This is very exciting. I'm very excited to play more of this.
What's the details? It's coming to everything?
2025.
There's sometime this year? Okay.
Release date. So
Cool.
I believe it's this year. So
Mike, are you a power washer?
Oh, yeah. Tim, you talked about the feedback of like feeling it on the controller. Of course, Joey, I'm like you on PC. The feedback is when you see the ding of like, I've cleaned that section. Having that feedback and the gratification of like, you're working on a section and then you finally get it to 100% and it kind of lights up just a little bit. You
There's
know,
like a shimmer
like,
almost.
that's the little crack that I needed to keep it going. And now I got a hit. I'm going to go to the next one. And so, yeah, PowerWash Simulator is a blast. I love playing it. I love playing with friends. And so all of these games are great, right? It's like, yeah, these are games that like...
What's multiplayer look like in this?
Just two players running around, shooting it together. And it's like, these games hit at a perfect time of like, during COVID and at the end of COVID, when people were like, we'll take anything. And we're down to just fucking zone out. And like, this is the perfect zone out game of like, movie on one screen, I'm playing this.
On one screen.
I'm achieving my goals and I'm going to clean anything, right? And it's like crazy to think like we've gotten to the point in games where it's like we're down to clean things.
I just want to do
Clean your
chores.
room, gamers.
What would you want from a sequel? Like, is this going to deliver stuff that you guys have been looking for?
Yeah, the other thing that we got to do during the demo that didn't particularly speak to me was like now you can customize your like home base area and like buy furniture and stuff like that, which is not necessarily what I need in a power wash game. Like I'm not really, you spend so little time in like your like home base area, like I never do.
Yeah.
So that was not something that was like a pull to me, but clearly like there's some part of the community that wants that. I just really love and respect the way that they handle DLC, and I hope that that moves forward of just partnering with other properties in a way that makes sense for the game and is fun to like clean different like Final Fantasy vehicles that like
Nitrogen brings up Asmongold.
Yeah, clean that guy's room is right.
But like the Tomb Raider crossover when you're like cleaning Croft Manor and stuff like that, like I think all of that is so cool.
Fun, creative places to play.
Yeah.
And like also like fun wowing moments. Like you brought up with that bathroom where you clean to the top of it and then all of a sudden, boom, now there's phase 2. And then you clean that. It's like, oh, now we opened up, we're inside of it. Like fun ways to play like that are always a nice little touch to it.
There was like a fun like Art Deco house that I was cleaning, and then like a billboard. There's just like, fun. It's just fun.
They've already nailed it, Tim. That's the catch.
Yeah.
It's like they've nailed this game. Many of these sim games have nailed what it is in the moment to moment. Now it's just how do you make it look better, run better? How do you get creative with the fun IPs like Joey brings up that'll keep you going? I mean, I love that little harness on the outside of a skyscraper, right? Like I love when you see those guys washing windows on the top of those, and like to have that in the game, that's cool. The scissor lift is dope. I love that. You know, I like little fun co-op-y things. Maybe like I'm climbing the ladder and like Tim either has to hold it to stabilize it or he's got to move it. Like those are fun ways to like get two people talking and playing together. Because like quickly what it becomes is me and Joey will load in and then like the silence steps in. That's been like we're locked
you're
in,
zoning,
and like we're both zoning, which is a great place to be with your friends.
This is one of those games that Mike and I have talked about of like Mike could never stream this game because it's just silent.
You go dead silent. And so like it's fun to be in that locked in moment, but it is also fun to be like, hey Joey, like I need you to come move me, or like, hey, let's go do this together, right? And so moments like that you can build off of would be great. But this is a let that person zone out and zen out type of game.
Is the multiplayer the two of you working towards the same goal?
Yeah, it's just
you're
like
working
that's
on this.
cool. Yeah, welcome to this.
Same carousel or whatever it is.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts on PowerWash Simulator 2?
No, I just can't wait to play it. Let me play now.
Yeah.
Future Lab, if you want to open up the demos again, let me know.
Let her know, Future Labs. All right, we're going to be back after a quick word from our sponsors to talk about some more upcoming video games.
This episode's brought to you by Shady Rays. You know that moment. The one when you realized you left your favorite pair of sunglasses at the beach. We've all been there. I'll never forget leaving my incredibly overpriced sunglasses at a restaurant in Santa Monica. That was 13 years ago, and it still haunts me to this day. But then I found Shady Rays and everything changed. Seriously good looking, polarized, durable, and not stupidly expensive. And here's the wild part. If you lose or break them, even on day one, Shady Rays will send you a brand new pair. No guilt trip, just replacement. So now you can actually wear your sunglasses without fear. Y'all know I've been outside in the sun a lot playing Pokemon Go, and it's such a great experience wearing Shady Rays when I'm all out and about. Shady Rays is eyewear that has your back. We've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Check this out. You can head to shadyrays.com, use code FUNNY for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Shady Rays, use the code FUNNY. This episode is brought to you by Aura Frames. Aura Frames are the perfect way to relive your favorite memories that you created throughout this beautiful, beautiful summer season. No lie, Aura Frames are undeniably the best gift I have ever given. Family, friends, partners, everyone loves being able to have beautiful frames showing off their loved ones and their favorite memories. Aura Frames are incredibly smart and easy to use, allowing you to upload unlimited photos and videos directly from your phone to the frame. Plus, the coolest thing, you can order the frame online and preload it with photos and videos using the Aura app. So it's ready to go right out of the box when you give it to someone. There's unlimited storage, so you can store as many photos and videos as you can find, and it's so simple to set up. Start reliving your favorite memories by visiting auraframes.com. For a limited time, listeners can get $35 off their best-selling Carver matte frame. That's AURA frames.com, promo code KINDAFUNNY. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. auraframes.com, kinda funny.
And we're back, Joey.
Yes.
With Is This Seat Vacant?
Man, what a fun game.
What is it?
It's so cute. So it's a puzzle game. The animation and art style is really fun. And essentially you have all of these different scenarios. Sometimes it's a bus, sometimes it's a dance club, sometimes it's a movie theater. And you have all of these different characters that have different preferences for different things. I want to sit by the window. I want to sit facing the direction of the vehicle. I want to eat a specific food. I don't want to sit next to somebody that's stinky. I want to sit next to somebody that's wearing cologne or perfume. Like all of these different things. And you have to arrange the characters on the different seats, dance floor spots, desks, etc., to make sure that everybody's happy.
That's a brilliant idea for
I love it.
It is so fun. Sometimes like all the characters with like the pink cheeks, I think, are kids. So sometimes they want to be with their parents or they want to be with another kid to like play with and stuff like that. There's people that want to read, so they don't want to be by people that want to talk or people that are playing music. It is so fun. It is a perfect puzzle game. Puzzle games for me are usually a little bit tough, and I am usually like a guide girl because it's like, I'm having fun with this to a degree, and now I'm like getting frustrated. This is one where I'm like, no, I am not looking at a guide for this. I can do this.
Awesome.
Sometimes, because like oftentimes with especially the vehicle kind of ones, you also have to like arrange their luggage, which is kind of fun. But you'll get to like the second part of the level and some of the characters will get off and then you'll get new ones and you'll have to rearrange everybody. So like occasionally I do just like pull everybody off. I'm like, I need a blank slate to run all of this through. But it is so fun.
So our video feed is blocking the bottom left of the screen. Is that giving you the context clues of like
Correct.
what this person is like looking for or not?
Yeah, I don't want to sit in a dirty seat. The sports levels are fun too because then you have to arrange people of like I want to sit with visiting people
Okay,
or home
cool.
team people and
That's
stuff like
cool.
that. It's really really fun. I've been playing on my Switch. I'm probably like 5 hours in, 6 hours in, and I think I'm on like maybe the 4th world out of what looks like 5. So it's like not a huge time commitment. Plus these individual levels don't take like a particularly long time. So it's nice to be able to like pick it up, play a couple levels, put it back down. Really, really fun.
I really love the art style and I love the colors. Like I feel like they have a really
Yes.
nice palette. Like every level like really feels thoughtful.
Yeah. It's and the different scenarios that they put you in. Like the movie theater, anything with seats definitely like makes sense to me. The dance floor one is like very fun. Of like, I want to be by the speaker. I don't want to be by the speaker. Like, and I want it. Like, I think they just got like really creative with like the different ways that you could use it, and it's really fun.
That's awesome.
I just bought it right now.
Hell yes.
Yeah, for $8.99 over on Steam. I'm in, Joe. This looks great.
Yeah, and yeah, the color scheme of this reminds me a lot of like the Japanese Animal Crossing stuff that they have in the Nintendo store right now. Of like kind of
yeah.
those like neat colors and stuff, which I think is also partially why I love it.
Yeah. Well, something else I know you love, bookshelves. Bookshops.
Gosh,
Specifically.
can never have enough.
Tiny ones.
Tiny Bookshop. Also playing this on my Switch right now. Really fun. This is one that's been on my list for a really long time. You have this cute little trailer mobile bookshop, which like maybe I think about doing all the time, like how fun that would be. And you go to this cute seaside town and you unlock different areas in the town. You open up your bookshop, you have a bookshelf in there, and then you're responsible for stocking these different types of books that you see on the right-hand side. It's like thriller, mystery, sci-fi, classics, travel, all this stuff. And then you stock your books on the shelf, and then you go to different parts of the town and people buy your books. The really fun thing is obviously the different locations you kind of learn like, oh, if you go to the beach, they're really into like fantasy books or sci-fi books and kids books. So you like kind of start figuring out where you need to adjust your inventory. And then occasionally what will happen too is somebody will ask you for a book recommendation. I'm really into like cooking books and I want to pick up a new hobby, and then you go through what's on your shelf, and all the books that you're stocking on your shelves are real books, like Hank Green books and stuff like that. Like, classics. You get like a lot of Shakespeare, true crime, a lot of like very trendy kind of fantasy books and like older school ones. It's really cool. And then you get to give people recommendations, but sometimes it's like, oh, I want a cookbook, but you don't have any cookbooks in like whatever category they fit in. But then you do have a book about food in the travel section stuff, so you kind of have to like think outside of the box. You meet different townspeople. They have like kind of different mini objectives for you of like, hey, I need you to help me like collect seashells, so you have to be at the beach, so you get those, and like they have kind of like all these different like mini tasks for you and stuff like that. It's really fun.
It's cute.
It looks like there's a lot. It seems like a lot more systems than I expected from when you were first telling me about it.
Oh, yeah. And then it's like, oh, they of course have like cute things to decorate your tiny bookshop with, but all of the items have different like stat boosters of like, cool, if you have this equipped, it's like plus 1% probability for somebody to want or be interested or want to buy fantasy books and different things depending on all of those things, so you can change your stats depending on what location you're in. I don't get that deep into it. I just go based on what I think is cute for now, but it is like surprisingly like deep from like what you would expect.
Is this one you think you're going to stick with for a while?
Yeah, I think both. It's been really interesting. I feel like my nightly rotation is having something on the TV, and then I do like all of my daily chores in my Animal Crossing island. I've been playing like a couple levels of Is This Seat Taken, and then I go in and do like a few levels of Tiny Bookshop.
That's cool.
It's like a really good kind of mix of things in different parts of my brain to use. But if you at all care about movie or books and literature and any of that kind of stuff of any genre, I think you're really going to like it. It's fun to go in and be like, oh my gosh, I know that book, or that book's on my TBR, and different stuff like that. I would be so interested in like what the rights aspect of all of that is, because not all of it is like public domain, and like how all of that worked. So yeah.
That's very cool. Cold South in the chat says, Tiny Bookshop is a really great cozy game. It's basically a mild puzzle game with some management light elements. So
Correct.
Yeah, check it out if you're interested, or if this is something that someone else in your life might be interested in.
I know. I sent it to you to send to Gia.
Yeah. I haven't told her yet about
Becky,
it.
Like, this is like a very fun overlapping of my interests that like very rarely, it's rare to find like a book about video game things in the fiction section, and then it's rare to find games about books. So it's a fun overlapping of my hobbies.
That's
I love
great.
that. Mike, can you pull up the super chats?
You want to
there?
see a couple super
Yeah,
chats
let's
for
see,
you, Big
let's see what
Tim?
we got going on.
Let's see what you got.
Okay.
You got a couple.
Let's see. Kebab says Mike is in the middle seat of the sedan right now.
Thank you,
That's
Kebab.
us.
I'm here.
Taking you for a little ride. Count Crisco says, birthday tax, you guys rock. Happy
Ooh,
birthday.
happy
Happy birthday, Count.
Chris. Then we got Skip to My Lou saying, my wife once said Tim sounds like Vince Vaughn, and I can't get it out of my head. Do you ever get that comparison, Tim?
Sounds.
A couple people have brought up Vince Vaughn to me in the past. I don't hear it at all.
Yeah.
But
I guess I don't listen to Vince Vaughn enough to like have his voice stuck in my head.
I like to think about Vince Vaughn's movie where he has 100 kids. Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
I don't know that one.
He I think he just donates.
He donated sperm,
Yeah.
and it went everywhere.
it went everywhere.
I gotta find a better-
I hear what they're saying. There's a similarity, but it's not like
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
More in the cadence
It's-
of it,
it's-
or is it the voice?
It's pitch and cadence.
Really?
There's a similar overlap, but not like if I close my eyes and you start talking, I'm not like, oh shit, that's
It's Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morehammer says, trying out my new Steam Deck while watching you guys. He actually says whilst watching you guys, which is
That's
I
cool.
appreciate that. Thanks as always, guys, for the content. You're all awesome. Honestly, keeps my day keeps me going every day. Thank you so much, and enjoy your Steam Deck. What a special time! Opening up your Steam Deck for the first time. That thrill of just
Yeah, that
all the
thrill.
fun that you're about to have. I absolutely love my Steam Deck. Mike, I want to move on to you.
Tim, I got 2 for you.
Where do you want to take me, though? Because, you know, we got a couple different older games here, but then do you have anything you want to say about Mafia? I know you did your
said it all
review yesterday.
I finished Mafia last night. Let me down there at the end. Still sticking with just where I'm at. I had a really great conversation with Barrett and Roger. I'm so glad that we all played it together and kind of got to share it. And so, yeah, I'll remember Mafia for that. But I do want to talk about 2 games, Tim. I want to talk about a really good experience.
Hit me.
I hired a video game coach.
Okay.
I had to ask for help. Okay, and sometimes, Joe, you got to ask for help. In
Yeah.
life. You got to raise your hand.
Yep.
And so I wanted to set off on a journey, Tim. It's something that I wanted to do on a long time. Of course, we took Nick on a journey once. And I said, you know, one day I'm going to do this journey. I'm going to go off on a journey. And I've decided to start my first ever Pokemon Nuzlocke.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
And I decided to play Pokemon Emerald.
Have you ever played a Gen 3 game before?
No.
Okay.
I was about to play Pokemon Sea Glass, which is the
Okay.
fan-made version of Gen 3 with a lot of cool things in that. But I didn't like the art style because they bring it back to Gen 1 art style.
Oh, yeah.
And I really appreciated where we went with this one. So I moved away from Sea Glass and just stuck with Emerald. And so, of course, Tim, on the Nuzlocke, you know the rules. 3 rules for a Nuzlocke. 1, you must name every Pokemon so you develop a bond with them. 2, if they die, they die. They must be moved to storage, and that is it. Of course, with that, if all 6 of your Pokemon, or however many Pokemon you have in the party, die at the same time, that's a wipe. It's
Game over.
okay? Then, of course,
over, man.
rule number 3, we kind of bend the rule on this one, but you're supposed to only catch the first Pokemon you encounter in each route.
Yep.
So whatever Pokemon that is,
Oh.
that's the one Pokemon you can catch. We bend the rules where we let Nick and myself catch as many Pokemon as we
Yeah.
want.
Who's
so you
this
can have a good
rabid
time.
dog that I love?
Yeah, Poochie.
Half pooch, half hyena.
It's a great dog, great
that's
dog.
incredible.
It's going to get dark bite.
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
And
Your
so-
coach is working, Chris Anka.
There I was on my first night without my coach, and I went forward and I had a great time until another friend of mine, a young girl named May, I like to call her May May, came and absolutely
Shout out to
stopped
May.
my whole entire run.
Yeah,
She put
she'll
her
do that.
hand up and she said, "You shall not pass, Joe," and wiped out all
Pokemon-
6 of my Pokemon.
Can we talk about your Pokemon named Roger?
Roger, yeah, fucking Roger.
Mudkip. Do you like Mudkip?
Fucking Roger, I like to yell at the screen. And so my
is all
first
making so
night,
much sense now.
my first night, Tim, I spent 2.5 hours on the run. I was absolutely shut down by my friend from the same town, May May, who wiped my run and made me restart. And so the
that's
next
tough.
day, I got a call. And some services were offered. Of course, I hired Chris Anka as my Pokemon coach. And so the next night, me
Finally
and
getting
Chris
the role
Anka-
that he's truly been having for years at this point.
we went on a journey together, and Chris Anka took me from a Poke trainer to a Poke master. Now, we don't talk about attempt number 2.
No.
But we are on attempt number 3. And
Okay.
everything seems to be going well.
Okay.
I have
Wait,
now-
attempt number 1 was May May.
attempt number 2 was May May with Mudkip. Attempt
Okay.
number 2 was Torchic, and that ended to a Zigzagoon about 15 minutes into the run. What? Yeah, unfortunately, there was some health problems.
Health problems.
You know, we're really working on stop using your potions and go to the Poke Center that's 15 feet to the left.
Yeah.
You know, you get kind of in the bag. You don't want to go over there. And so now
forget
I'm
where you are on
on
the map,
to
like-
Trico. And Trico doesn't get a lot of love out
No,
of
he
this
doesn't.
gen. A lot of
No.
people say Mudkip because of the dual types. They like, of course, Torchic because of the dual types.
Blaziken.
They don't really love
Yeah,
Zigzagoon.
Zigzagoon.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Well, I guess why have I never played a Pokemon game, but why am I not playing this one?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
one rocks.
Oh, this
Joe.
one does rock. This one is very, very special. Love these games a lot. I feel like they added a lot to just the old core Pokemon game. Obviously, these being the first of the Game Boy Advance generation. Like, I love this art style so
This
much.
art style will always kick ass.
Yeah.
And like when they remade Gen 1 in this art style, like,
Oh, that's cool.
So great.
Art style, color, and then the duel battles, right? We've seen duel battles
yeah.
before, but this
Well,
one
this
was
is the first time.
interesting. Oh, really? Okay, because
Yeah.
this was interesting, Tim, I noticed that I could take on people one-on-one if I come at it the right direction, but there were some moments, especially in the first gym, where if you walk a certain way, one will catch you, and then the second
not
one will
good
come
for you,
down,
Mike.
and you'll get a double team, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't know we could just kind of make a double battle out of nothing there, because the first time I came, I caught him on the backside, and I went one-on-one. Very cool technique. I really liked that.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. This game, big step forward, but also it's not quite the step that Gen 4 was. They still don't have the special and just physical attack split. So the gameplay itself is still in that a bit more basic, but them doing the double battles here did add quite a bit. And also, I think this was the first one to add abilities, right? Where it's like sometimes the Pokemon will have like different abilities that add like or maybe it's just the weather effects that are affecting them in this one. But there's a lot of really cool stuff that they added in this. Yeah, Gen 3, a very special one.
I'm having a really good time. Me and Chris Sank are on the move. I had to hire help. I needed help, so I'm giving Chris Sank all my love. Maybe a paycheck one day. I don't know. We'll see.
You're paying him
Usually
love.
just hugs and just love. So yeah, Tim, I've been playing Pokemon Emerald. I've been loving that. I'm having a good time. Also, last week I was sick, unfortunately, Tim, and so when I'm sick, I like to do nothing. But this week I wanted to actually try to play a game, and I found a game, a comfort game, one of my favorite games of all time. I found love in Warcraft 3 Reforged.
Okay.
I am a big RTS kid. I love real-time strategy games, and I really love Warcraft 3 from back in the day. It's a game that I will always cherish and appreciate. And of course, Reforged, for me as the casual fan, was awesome because I got a nice glow-up to one of my favorite games of all time. Of course, if you ask the hardcore audience, they're really split on that if they didn't like what happened with the older version and BattleNet and how that kind of took place. But for me, as just the fan that liked to play the game and wanted to see it look a little bit prettier, it really was something awesome. And so I jumped into 4 straight nights of nothing but Warcraft 3 Reforged. I played 60 matches of this game, Tim, and this game is something special that I've always loved. I love the 4-on-4 aspect of it. I love the, hey, what is your team going to do? How do you guys work together to achieve the common goal of getting a win? And the best part about playing online is that's never how it goes. No one speaks to each other. People get mad at you for doing something when you're like, well, sir, if you just told me what you wanted, we could have communicated this and we would be winning this game. And so I got a lot of mean messages, Tim. A lot of foul language was used. A lot of people mad at me. And I just simply said, hey, my man, it's been about 18 years since I've played this. I'm just trying to get it back. You know what I mean?
Fun.
And
so I think of you as an RTS guy. I know that you often will. I feel like it even always still surprises me how interested you'll be in some of these RTSs that pop up. Does that love start with Warcraft 3? Was this your first one?
Warcraft 3 and Age of Empires 2 were my first ones, and I loved it. That's why you'll see me of the civs. There's another kind of real-time strategy that's not real. It's a little bit different. I like this one because it is city building, but it's also more just the combat. Where I think other RTSs that I find are more on the city management and stuff, and I don't really love that. I'm here to hey, let's build units, let's go fight, let's build a little tower defense, and we'll get out of there. And so, yeah, it's a blast. I remember back in the day, always the first things you would type is hey, y'all, good luck. CC or rush, right? Are we going to counter and creep, or are we going to rush, right? And so, I jumped in thinking, oh, maybe people will communicate. No one communicates now. It's 2025. We don't. You just gotta know what's happening.
Society.
It's totally silent society. It's crazy. Unless you fuck up, then they're gonna tell you. You know what I mean, Tim? And so. It's a really weird one of playing this game in 2026 because there's not a big user base.
Yeah.
So you're seeing a lot of the same names or you're seeing new names. But the catch is out of the 50 games I played, probably 30 to 35 of them go like this. We all load in, we start, and one person will leave. 2 people will leave. And then, of course, if we're playing a 4-on-4 game and half of your team leaves, you're going to quit that game.
Yeah.
In Warcraft 3, you could technically take control of those units, but then you would have to manage 2 bases at once, which is like, unless you're super good at this game, you're not doing that. So that means everybody will quit, and then the game will just end, and we reload. And this will happen all the time.
But then you're getting made with the same people?
Pretty much, usually the same people. So it's like, in my mind, I was like, is it because they're recognizing it's me and they don't want to play with me? Is it recognizing that their friend now is on the other team and they want to play with their friend? Why is there so many drops? Because like I said, out of the 50 games, there was probably 35 of this happening every single time.
Dang,
you would jump in, and so it would go like, bad game, bad game, good game. And when we finally played a good game, it's always fun, Tim, because it's like, how do you go? Right? If we're going to slow play this game, you got to be building units and your hero. You got to go out and get that hero leveled up while also getting the expo, which is your next gold deposit. You got to be out there kind of like seeing what the other team is doing, being aware of what you need to be doing. So you'll be tech treeing it out of like, am I going flying? Am I going siege? Am I going melee? And in a perfect world, we would write each other. I'd be like, Tim, I'm going to get gargoyles. I need you now to get AA, right? Anti-air, because I'll have the air. Hey, Joe, do me a favor. I want to siege this base. Give me some tanks, right? Since nobody does that, you just guess. And so like, you'll hover over their base and you'll go,
seems like they're doing this.
He's building the chimeras. He's going to have the dragons. So like, that's good. Oh, he's going wyvern. He's got dragons too. Ooh, that's a lot of flying. Maybe I should fit in here. But like, at that point, you're already so far deep into it that you're too far behind to like catch up and save the team. And so I love that. And so I'll always enjoy that. Also, because of that, Tim, Warcraft 3 was the game that introduced me to custom games, because Warcraft 3 had its own custom game browser lobby where people could make their own games. That's where Dota, of course, started. And that was really, really special of going into that Footman Frenzy, Tower Defense. They used to make games that were based off of Final Fantasy, Tim, and I had never played a Final Fantasy, but I was playing as one of the Warcraft heroes that was technically a Final Fantasy character.
That's awesome.
What a weird idea. It's so cool, Tim. And so, yeah, I was just happy to go back to a game that I love and still be able to play that, still find competition in it, but, you know, it's not like the perfect situation. So really why I put this on there, this is just a secret call out to be like, yo, if you got Warcraft 3 and you ever want to play with me, I'm looking for some people. I want to play this game.
That's awesome, man. I'm happy that you're having fun. It sucks to hear so much dropouts and stuff, but I also get it. Older game, remaster. Like, it's not like people are actively incentivized to be playing it.
Oh, man, I would love to know the numbers. Like, if I could call up Big Phil, you know what I mean? Hey, Big Phil, can you team me up?
Just tell me some numbers here.
Who's still operating this and who's overseeing it? Can I talk with them? Because that number's got to be tiny, Tim.
Yeah.
That number's got to be tiny. But we're keeping it alive.
I love it.
Keep it alive.
Herbie in the chat says the start of a season is the best time to play.
Yes.
So I don't know when you're.
Yeah, grab that.
All right.
Get in there.
Closing out the show here with a couple more super chats. We have Gary III saying delayed birthday tax 2.0, bought a house and turned 30 with a few weeks of each other.
Man, Gary,
finally
That's a lot of leveling up.
an official adult. See you all at 40. Happy birthday and congratulations. That is awesome to hear. John Van Pelt says Gen 3 ducks with an F hard. Just amazing.
It's got ducks. Can we talk about birds for a second? I know you're a big Pidgey, the Pidgeotto guy.
Seagull, Wingle.
I love the seagull. Seagull's probably my favorite. What about the swallow with the mouth open?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that.
Know what I mean? But here's my question for you. No dragons, no legendary birds.
Oof.
What is the best bird? Because I got a lot of birds nowadays.
I'm a big Pidgey guy.
I know you're a big
the
Pidgey
Pidgey family, like Pidgeotto specifically, like he is my guy.
You're not giving any love to that toucan?
The toucan. Oh.
It's like Gen 5?
Yeah, there's a toucan now.
Yeah, no, not really.
Okay.
I'm okay with that. But yeah, no, I'm so basic, but I go with the Pidgey thing. I just feel like
I fuck with Spearow.
Spearow.
Really?
Yeah.
How about Farfetch?
Oh, I fuck with Farfetch hard.
Oh, yeah,
Farfetch.
Farfetch.
And then
Farfetch is
Surfetch.
one of the best. Yeah, I like that.
Because I also like Spearow's evolution, Fearow.
Hero, really?
Yeah, I fuck with them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Says a lot about the differences of you and me. The pitchy guys, the you know what I mean, Sparrow guys, you don't get along.
You can't get a haircut based off of Fearow.
I mean, you could.
You could.
It's sick mohawk right there.
Nightlife says Warcraft 3 is my jam, playing nightly.
Love
There you go.
Hey, we got to become friends.
Then Demon Hacker says Dragon Ball Z Tribute is the best Warcraft 3 mod, custom models and sounds.
It's crazy. It's so cool in that. And yeah, it's one of those of like, those are the weird games that you'll catch me on like a random night, like League of Legends, where it's like, oh, Mike's just lost his mind and he's back on League of Legends.
Yeah.
I'm back on Warcraft 3 right now.
My favorite birds, besides just the most basic answer of Pidgeotto,
Yeah.
is in Gen 9, the most recent gen, Scarlet and Violet. The birds from that game, I think, are top tier.
Really?
It's like specifically the evolution's Corviknight, Corvi.
the cool, like raven-looking one.
So
Yeah, that's a
goddamn
good one. That's a
cool.
good one.
But it almost feels like it's cheating. Like it's so much cooler than was that Gen 9? Was that Gen 8?
They got a flamingo
Might
now?
have been Gen 8. There's some flamingo.
There's a
yeah.
flamingo? That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Chat saying Gen 8. Okay, cool. I got there. I got there.
Are you excited for new Pokemon?
For Za?
Yeah.
You know,
You ready for this?
How
It's
much of
Poke
your
time.
excitement for this is deterred by Greg's excitement?
real talk, all jokes aside, totally aside, I'm so happy Greg's getting into Pokemon. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I love that Ben's getting into it, but like the Miller household is Pokemon up right now. I'm getting
So up.
constant texts from them and just updates about where they're at in the show, what games they're playing. Like this is the dream. I'm so happy about it all. So yeah, like real talk, no shade. On some bit side, fuck Greg, I hate him so much. Like, he needs to stop. But yeah, really though, for me, it's like I'm not super thrilled. Like I'm not like counting down the moments for Za. I'm hopeful that it's good. I think it will be.
How much is this born out of your hatred for XY?
So here's the thing. It's not hatred for XY, but it is like a lack of interest in the region.
Yeah.
Not my favorite. Not my
You
favorite.
hate the French. Wow.
I mean, Expeditions kind of turned me
doubted
around a bit.
Expeditions, yeah.
But yeah, I do like the outfits in Gen 6. So
Yeah.
there's some things there. I'm like, all right, I'm kind of excited for that. But I'm interested in the battle system. It seems different enough, which I like. But is it going to work? I don't know. I guess I have more questions than excitement at this point. But I expect it to be good. I expect it to review well and to be better than the last couple in ways it needs to.
Yeah.
Performance in the sense of Scarlet and Violet.
I'm interested to see what because it's still launching on Switch 1, right?
Yeah.
So like I am interested to see how that looks for
God,
Switch 1.
yeah.
Which probably won't be great.
Yeah, and then also, like I've said a million times, like the Arceus, the first Legend game, not my favorite. Like it was cool. This does seem to solve a lot of the problems I had with that one, though.
Yeah.
Mainly like environment and like just like time and all that stuff.
I also think the flow, like Arceus being less of a focus on battling other players, like I was missing that element, and it doesn't necessarily need to be gyms, but something like that. And I like the structure that we're doing with Pokemon Za, which is literally just Tony Hawk's Project 8.
Project 8, exactly. Works
I
away
fuck
from
with
Z to
that.
A.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool. And like, yeah, that definitely got me more excited for it than I originally was. But at the end of the day, I'm basic. I want my gyms. I want my Elite Four. Gen 10,
Also-
baby. Waiting for next year.
I forget in what context mods were brought up, but it just made me think of this donkey mod for
Jesus.
Mafia.
Hey!
Which Tim doesn't understand because he's never seen Shrek.
Oh, you've never seen it. You don't get it. You don't.
I don't
the
get it,
reference,
man.
Tim.
Who's the donkey?
You're going to love it, Tim.
Who voices the donkey? Could it possibly be Eddie Murphy? What's he sound like? Let us know in the comments below what you thought of this episode and what games you want to play, because I feel like that there's something for everybody here. We talked about a lot of different stuff.
Joey
so.
got some really good ones, Sam.
Yeah,
Also,
great
let
job,
me know if
you
you're
guys.
playing Dragon Drive. Because, like, I'm here to help.
Yeah.
Are you?
Here to, like, help you, like, in life.
Oh,
like,
got it.
avoid
Like
that,
a
you know what
life
I mean?
coach
Like, I'm here to talk
situation.
Like he's gonna correct you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep me updated on your Emerald journey. I'm very excited for you guys. And you, Chris.
Hell yeah.
Chris being your
I got
coach.
Chris by my
good
side.
for you, and also think good for him. Him being able to relive Pokemon in a new way. I'm sure he's loving that.
He loves it.
Yeah.
He's knowledgeable. On
Oh,
that.
he knows his
He's the
shit.
guy.
Oh
He knows
yeah.
that shit.
Oh yeah.
Chris knows everything.
Chris does know everything. We love you, Chris. And we love you for watching or listening. Till next time. Goodbye.